Hi, welcome to a new vlog. I'm running late. So this is a very unconventional way to start the vlog. I'm putting on my shoes. It is Friday morning. It is a beautiful Friday morning. It's getting a little warm and it's gonna get hot today. It is going up to like 94, 95 today, but then it starts to cool down again. Hopefully this time for good. But yeah, but it is currently 79 outside, so that's pretty nice. That's warm, but nice. So we're going for a walk. But we're in a rush because I have physical therapy in about 45 minutes. So I think I'm just gonna go for like a 20-minute walk. Just enjoy some time outside. This is really not a good angle, but the air conditioning's on, so you're gonna hear that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I wanna go out. I wanna enjoy a nice short walk, just probably like 20-25 minutes, I think is all I have time for before I have to get back here and get in the car and go. So I don't have all the time in the world. I've just been very slow this morning, but that's okay. We're gonna have a nice, easy Friday today. I kind of planned things well with work. I've been working really hard all week, well, after fall break. So I think we can finish a little early today. I basically decided Wednesday and Thursday to just like work hard so that I could take off today a little bit early and just like have a nice weekend again. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. I need to get going. The AC finally turned off. Let's go out for a walk and then I'll dash off to physical therapy and then we'll have a nice relaxing afternoon here in the apartment. But first, I'm really looking forward to this walk. So let's go. Hello! Okay, I've already said hello. We've already started this vlog, so I don't really need to say hello again. Hi, though. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon. I have had physical therapy. I've gone and got gas. I've checked my P.O. box. Came back, took a shower, washed my hair. I've blow dried the bangs, but I've still got some damp hair towards the back. I've had lunch, and I've been doing some work. But yeah, I just thought I'd come and catch up on the vlog and catch you guys up. And then I've got my laptop and my grade sheets and my clipboard. And I'm gonna go sit back down on the couch. I'm having problems with my back today. And they popped up like after physical therapy, which is really weird. I don't know if I somehow twisted in a weird way getting out of the shower and I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I just suddenly, after I got out of the shower, realized like kind of down the whole right side of my back, it's almost like weird nerve pain. So I don't know that sitting at my desk is really the best thing for me today. So I'm trying to make a cozy little nest of pillows on my futon because I do not want to have to go get in bed, which sometimes is what happens when my back really flares up. Sometimes my bed is the only comfortable place. I'm trying to avoid that today. So I'm going to grab some extra throw pillows, I think, and just make an extra cozy nest of blankets and pillows on the futon. And yeah, I've got a lot of grading to do. So I've got my pens. I'm starting to just use different colored pens in my grade book just to make it more colorful and more interesting. So I've got my pens and all my folders and stuff. The last time I vlogged was Tuesday. I vlogged Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday were fall break, so I didn't have to work. Wednesday, I was back to work and back on campus for office hours, so I didn't have to teach, but I did have to go. I didn't have to teach on Tuesday, but I did have to go on Wednesday for office hours, so I did that. But I did work accidentally, didn't intend to, but worked a little bit late on Wednesday. And then yesterday realized, well, because of that, if I worked a little bit late yesterday, I could finish early today. So I know I've got a bit of grading left to do. So I could finish as early as 3, but I do think it's going to take me a little bit more than an hour to get all of this grading done. So yeah, I will probably finish a little bit early and then can focus on writing, which we will talk about that later. But yeah, gonna do some teaching work. Had a lovely walk today, really lovely walk today. I'm so happy. Like, I've managed to go for a walk every day this week except for Wednesday, but Wednesday I was walking around campus a little bit, and I went to Target as well, so I was still walking, and I was still outdoors, just not for like a dedicated long walk outdoors like I was the other days of the week. But I walked Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and today, and I fully intend to go for walks at least one of the days, tomorrow or Sunday, if not both. We might get some rain tomorrow, but I think I should still be able to fit in a walk around whenever it's going to rain. So I am just loving my walks right now. They are just giving me so much joy and so much life at the moment, and it is fantastic. I cannot wait until I can start hiking again, and I know that's getting close. Like, I could technically go hiking now, especially if I went in the morning, or like some of the evenings have been really, really nice. Not so much yesterday and today because it's been getting in the mid 90s, but like we've had some 80 something degree days where the evenings just feel incredible. But it is still just warm enough that the rattlesnakes are still out, and I just have a very strict rule that I do not hike while the rattlesnakes are still active. They don't technically hibernate, but they do have a dormant phase, typically from October through like March. And so those are kind of my hiking months, even though I can start going for walks around the neighborhood kind of by the end of September, early October, and I can also continue walking into like April, even early May sometimes. Once it gets warmer, it's warm enough that the rattlesnakes come out of their dormant phase and can just be hanging around, and that's not really what you want to encounter on a nice relaxing hike. So not hiking just yet. Fingers crossed I can start doing that soon, but for now it's just been amazing this week. 4 out of 5 days going for a walk, and technically 5 out of 5 being outdoors walking around at least a little bit on campus on Wednesday. So, oh my gosh, it's just makes me so happy. Particularly because I haven't always had that habit. It's really just been in the last year that I feel like I've gotten my fibromyalgia to a point where I can get back into daily activity. The first couple years after diagnosis, I couldn't do much of anything. I was bedbound a good portion of most days. I was in bed almost as much as I was out of bed for like most of 2016 and 2017. And then after I graduated and started working full time, it took me a while to kind of really figure out that new routine. And then the pandemic, in a way, kind of helped because I was home all the time, and so that saved me time with things like my commute and stuff like that. But also it gave me more of an incentive because I wasn't getting any activity through my job, so I had to do something. And then last year just kind of finally was at a point where I could start doing it on a daily basis, or almost daily. And yeah, it's some days it's super light movement, but other days it's more active. You know, some days it's just yoga, something really simple, but still moving somehow. Other days it was doing kind of low impact but high intensity workouts here at home. But my favorite thing is just walking. I love walking and being outside amongst the trees and seeing the bunny rabbits and the birds and hummingbirds and things like that. And so this week has just been like partly fall break and just having some time off and time to breathe, but also being able to go for a walk almost every day. Like, it's almost shocking how good I feel in some ways. In other ways, I still have thyroid pain. I've still got this weird random thing, nerve pain in my back today. I still have all my same problems, but I don't know. Just even if it's just, sometimes it's only for the 30 minutes that I'm out for a walk, but like, I do just feel better. It's really weird and wonderful, but weird. I'm not used to it. It's like the fog of summer is finally starting to clear, and I'm feeling like I can think again and breathe again. And I think part of it is also knowing that the book is almost done and almost ready to be launched. Like, it is ready to be launched. It's literally now a countdown to launch day. I think that's also helping things, but I know the walking is a huge part of why I'm feeling so good. So yeah, went for a lovely walk today and it was fantastic. But now I need to go take all my stuff and go sit on the couch, get comfy over there, and get grading so that I can finish up my teaching work for the day and for the week and do some writing. Almost 4 o'clock. I've been done with teaching work for about 20-ish minutes. Going to try to sit here at my desk just because I think this is a slightly better writing environment than the couch, but if my back starts to hurt, I will just move back over to the couch. But I have all my things here. You know, I've got my candles, I've got my decorations. So, writing update, that's what I wanted to kind of talk about quickly as we transition into the writing portion of this vlog. I am totally using you guys as an excuse to actually do some work on this today, because I haven't been vlogging the last couple days and I haven't been writing the last couple days. I do think sometimes those two things are connected. If I'm not vlogging and no one's watching, I just don't write sometimes. But now I'm still getting back into the writing mode and like getting back into writing. Right now I'm just trying to focus on getting the first draft of Real Romance done, getting Across the Pond 4 outlined so that I can start writing that next month, and then I think in November and December be outlining Independent Hearts 3. And I'd love to be starting to write Independent Hearts 3, if not in December as part of Vlogmas, then in January. So we'll see. It's always a struggle because like I don't want to outline something too fast and commit to a story idea too fast, and I'm a little worried about that with Across the Pond 4, just because I want to start writing it in November for NaNoWriMo, and October is just going by so fast and I'm still a little bit stuck on this outline. So I'm going to try to do some work on that today, but first I want to do some writing in Real Romance. I just want to get that going and just try to get 1,000 or so words knocked out in that project. So I've got that pulled up on Scrivener, and according to Scrivener, I need 978 to stay on track to finish by October 31st. I am determined to get this done before NaNoWriMo starts. I do not want to be writing in this project and in my NaNoWriMo project. So yes, I'm going to get these blinds closed all the way. We'll just activate cozy office mode. I took down the sun blockers, so there is still some light that gets in, but overall it is much cozier in here. So yeah, I'm going to get writing on this, and I'm going to light my bergamot rose and musk candle. I'm saving the last bit of, because I'm almost done, like I'm almost down to the end of my replica Whispers in the Library candle, which, oh, I just love this candle so much, but it is so expensive for not a lot of candle, and I really need to try to find a dupe for this because I love this scent. This is the perfect like winter scent that's not Christmassy, but it's also so perfect for this series. It just smells like the Palace Library or something. It just smells rich. It just smells like rich wood, rich historic wood with other stuff in there. So I love this candle, but I am almost out of it. I'm using a Jo Malone lid for it, by the way, to help try to keep the scent fresh. I'm down to my last little bit, so I'm saving this for when I get to like halfway through the last chapter and into the epilogue, because I want to finish this candle at the same time I'm finishing the book. So I've switched back to my backup candle for this project, which is the bergamot rose and musk. So yeah, if anyone knows of any dupes for the replica candles, specifically for Whispers in the Library, please let me know. But we're gonna light the bergamot rose and musk because that one also smells really, really good. And yeah, get my playlist for this project turned on, get an ambience video going, and just get writing. Okay, that one I think is done for now. I'm going to cut myself off. I'm going to stop there. Today I have done 1,647 words, so I'm pretty happy with that because I was only meant to do 978. I'm probably maybe not quite halfway through chapter 23. I don't know. I feel like this book has just completely run away from me, and I feel like these last few chapters are going to need a ton of work, if not be completely rewritten in the editing process. But I also don't want to go back to the beginning and start reading through it until I have something in place for these last few chapters, because like I know roughly what needs to happen. I just feel like I don't quite have the right thing happening, and I feel like the setup for it isn't quite right, like for the whole like climax and resolution and stuff. Like I know what needs to happen, but the catalyst I feel like just isn't quite right. I feel like I need something a bit more solid and probably even a bit more dramatic for this particular series. So yeah, but I think a lot of those problems will solve themselves. Like I'll get ideas for how to fix it when I go back and do the read through before I start doing developmental edits. But I want to still have something written for these last few chapters. I want to have a completed draft, even if it's still a very messy draft, and even if a lot of it's going to change in the editing process. So I'm getting closer. I'm basically at a point where I'm telling myself to just write it and not question things too much, because I think a lot of what I'm writing I will keep, but there'll be little things that will get changed that then I'll have to like edit. There'll be some continuity issues probably to fix, and some just small references here and there. So yes, but it is coming along, and I'm very happy with my word count for the day. So now I want to switch over and light a different candle. I'm gonna light my London candle by Lit City Candles that Amber very kindly got me. So I want to get that candle going. That is my Across the Pond candle. I need to get my playlist switched over. I'm still coming up with the playlist, but I do have a YouTube video of music that I've been listening to for that project, and I need to get back to outlining. I think I'm just going to work on my notes. I'm trying to get this outline sorted out, and I'm really struggling with figuring certain things out as far as like what is going to happen, and I really need to be making progress on this outline, because I basically have 2 weeks before NaNoWriMo starts, like 2 weeks and a few days, and I am not ready to start writing 1,600 words a day in this project. I have no clue what I'm doing. So yeah, I need to figure that out. But I think one of the things that's helping is also starting to do some more character development and just thinking more about the characters, the two main characters in particular. What are their wants, what are their desires, what are their fears, what are their misbeliefs about themselves, about the world, all of that sort of stuff. So I think I want to do a little bit of plotting, just thinking about the plot, but then also do some more character development. So we'll see how far I get on this in about 45 minutes, but I think that's kind of what I've got brain capacity left for. We will just see how far I get. I might still do some work on some of the character development stuff, but I think I'm done working in my notebook. I need to go make some dinner. I need to go sit back down. My back is doing a little bit better, and it's held out okay sitting here at the desk, but I think I'm ready to just like go sit and relax on the couch for the rest of the night. Yeah, I've had the London candle going, and I've put on a virtual walk in London video on YouTube. I'm watching London Walk of Fulham and Chelsea during golden hour, New Kings Road and Kings Road. I've been enjoying that and missing London terribly. So I am excited to be working on the London books again. I love, like, I need to always be working on an Across the Pond book, because I have missed writing a book set in London. It eases the missing of London just a tiny bit. One of the things I still need to do, and I might do this, if not tonight, then tomorrow, but I need to start looking at rentals or houses for sale or like flat offerings in the part of London that I want the main character to be living. I just like having a real place that I'm grounding a setting in. So it's not just that the book's set in London, but like if I'm writing scenes in an apartment, I want to have like a real apartment with a real floor plan that I can kind of base that off of. So like with the first few Across the Pond books, the flat that Eleanor lives in Red Lion Square is a real building. It's based on a real building, and it's based on a real flat in that building that I was able to look up. The Muse house that she spends a lot of time in, I also looked at Muse houses for sale in that particular area and found a specific one that I could have for my own reference. And I tweaked some of the things for the floor plan. I didn't write it completely accurate to the real listing, but it still gave me like a starting point. So I want to find something for the main character's flat in London for this book. Other than that, I'm just doing basic character development. But yes, I need to go figure out something for dinner, and I need to go sit down. I'm gonna go watch some TV. I know there should be a new episode of Bake Off on Netflix. I think also there should be a new episode of The Mole. I foolishly started watching it last weekend thinking that all 10 episodes were already on Netflix, and it was only just the first 5 episodes, and now they're doing a new one every week. I don't know if I want to. Part of me wants to watch it because they ended episode 5 on a bit of a cliffhanger. Part of me also might just start watching it to figure out the ending of the cliffhanger and then stop watching it and wait until the rest of the episodes are up. I literally watched the first 5 episodes back to back to back to back to back because it's just so addictive, and I love this show. I'm so glad they've rebooted it because I absolutely loved the original series back in like the early 2000s. I want to say it was like maybe 2004, 2005. Oh my gosh, I loved that show so much. I was so sad that they'd stopped making it. So I love that Netflix has revived it because it's such a great reality competition. Might have to watch that just because. And I'm still also behind on, I've gotten really behind on House of the Dragon, so I need to catch up on that. So there's plenty of stuff for me to watch. So I'm gonna go figure out what I want to start with, start watching something while I get dinner going, and just have a cozy evening. Okay, I am now gonna wrap this vlog up. It is getting late. It is past 10 o'clock. I'm still watching an episode of, or the newest episode of Bake Off. I have already watched 2.5 of the 3 new episodes of The Mole that went up this week, that went up today. So I saved the last bit of the 3rd episode to watch next week when the final 2 episodes go up, because I don't want to end on a cliffhanger and then be wondering about it all week long. So yeah, I've had a really nice cozy night watching TV. It's been lovely. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish watching these shows and then get in bed, do a little bit of reading, try not to read too much like I did last night. Stayed up a little late last night reading, and then still got up at 8 to go for a walk this morning. So I'm feeling a little bit tired, but I think, fingers crossed, they're forecasting rain for tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna sleep in. Probably won't get to go for a walk tomorrow if it is raining, but that will be a good reason to not be able to go for a walk if it is raining. So I really hope it rains. I really hope it rains. And it's also gonna drop the temperatures a lot. It got like 95 today, but it's only supposed to be like 84, 85 tomorrow, and then like 77 on Sunday. So like we're having almost a 20-degree drop over the next 48 hours. It's absolutely nuts. So yeah, it should be a nice weekend. I will vlog the weekend. I'm hoping and slightly predicting a cozy, at-home, rainy weekend, reading, writing, and watching some movies. So come back to the next vlog to see what I ended up doing for my weekend. This vlog will go up on Monday, So as our question of the vlog, I'd like to know what you did over the weekend. How was your weekend? Was it fun? Did you do anything cool? Did you do absolutely nothing and just rest for the weekend? That's always a very valid weekend choice of activity, doing nothing. So yeah, I'd like to know in the comments how your weekend was. If you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that great stuff. Let me know how your weekend was and what you got up to or not in the comments below. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna go get back on the couch and back to watching Bake Off, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!